Shalom, beloved. I know it's been a while since I've posted, and there's so many people that have written questions, written things I haven't even seen yet, so I do apologize for that. I actually currently trying to work on a way to be able to reach out to more people, talk to more people. Um, as you know, YouTube gave up their private messaging system, which was so nice to be able to, even if you had personal prayer requests you didn't want people to see publicly, it was just a really great way to talk. So, in the process of working something out, possibly opening another email account just for that purpose, so you can communicate with me and I can communicate with you more. I do hope to do another live stream in the near future too, so that's a really great thing. I know Tim has asked me a question. Shane has asked me a question, and I've wanted to bring it into a video, and that is my plan. I have to say that after going through some of the comments, I'm just trying to find your question, Tim, and I do apologize. I'm going to still keep looking for it. I remembered you had a question, but I can't remember what it was, so maybe you can write to me again about that. And then I did find Shane's question, so I'm thinking about making a video specifically about that, though. In this video, I tell you, there's so many videos of just things that's been on my heart I wanted to share with you. But this one, I am just really on fire about a particular topic that I have to share. And it's because of what I have been seeing lately. Actually, I've been seeing it throughout my life, but it's just all the more all the more noticeable to me, or it's just really gotten to me. Now, and that is how many people are turned away from the life-giving message of our King simply because they have come in contact with someone who says they are a follower of our King, they love him, but then they live their life completely the opposite. And what I have found is oftentimes it's the very same people who make an effort to share all the good things that they have done. It's not about that, beloved. It's not about telling someone all the good things you've done. It's about living your life and not even trying to... We're not here to point out the good things we've done. We know that we have made a difference for our King when we're just living our life because we love our King in such a way that the world stops and says, hey, I really want to know more about that person, about what they know that I don't know, because, I mean, look how things are for them. Look what they're doing. Look at the love they're sharing. That's what we're here for. And so I've seen this throughout my life, but once again, I've seen it with a close friend of mine, and I've seen how they have been hurt and affected by those who profess to be followers of our King. Now, I'm not perfect. I've said this many times before, and I'm not here to be like, yeah, you need to live life better, because I am not perfect. I know, I'm well aware of the fact that I have made plenty of mistakes. We make mistakes every day, but it's raining. I don't know if you can hear that. It's a blessing, this rain. But I know that my reward is from Abba. I try not to share or point out things that I've done unless, it also says in the Word we are to be a light upon a hill or a lamp, and I know that, I am aware of that, but to be boastful, love is not boastful, love is not puffed up, so we have to live our life in such a way that people notice that there's something different about us. It's not something we point out, it's not something we make a great show of, a great word about. We live our life, and like, people see if your body is well taken care of. It says in the Word that we are to take care of our temple. Listen, would you believe it? How your body is, not to say that you have to be the most in shape person in the world, but how we take care of our bodies, the world looks at that too. So how you're treating your body, they look at that. They look and see, well, this person really cares about themselves. There's something good here. If you're not taking care of yourself, there's questioning of what kind of faith you really have, because it says in the Word to love your neighbor as yourself. Well, you can't really love your neighbor as yourself good if you're not first loving yourself. And it also includes our mental health, our emotional health, and none of us are perfect. I understand that, but to be a light, we also need to take good care of ourselves first. And if we're not taking good care of ourselves first, how can we tell people how to live, or tell them of the good things we're doing if we're not first taking care of ourselves? And yeah. So yes, my heart has been really broken to see someone who I care for greatly just there's a questioning. I don't question. No, I don't question God. I believe in Him. I question now more than ever before people who have said they are a follower of our King, because now I'm looking at a different level. I have to see how are they living. How are they really living their life? How are they treating other people? How do they make me feel with the way they speak to me, with what they do? So yeah, I think I've said really what was on my heart to share. If I could think of something else on this topic to share, I'd love to do it. Yeah, I'd love to do it. There's some scriptures, and I know this has come up too. I'd like to answer this as well. Quite a few people, particularly in the believing community, that is skeptical about the importance of the Tanakh. I've wanted to bring up some of the issues that have come up for that, because there's a lot of people that say, well, yeah, but this has changed now in the new covenant. So there's things I wanted to bring up in a video about that as well. I think it's especially important for me, since I'm a Messianic Jew, to bring those topics up, because I want others to understand why I do live the way that I live. And again, like I said earlier, I'm not perfect. I'm very humbled by the fact that in the Bible we know that Abba used a donkey to speak. So technically we're on the same level as a donkey. not exactly, because Abba created us in His image, but you know, it's very humbling. He can use anything, anyone, and He does take the most unqualified to do His will, because He's just looking for people who want to do His will, who want to serve Him, who want to love Him, who love Him passionately. That's what He's looking for. And yeah, so it's humbling to me, because if any of us are used in any way, it's like, okay, He takes the most unqualified to be used. So yeah, that's the way He works. To me, I've said this before, I believe, on this channel, that to me, the most beautiful thing about our King is His humility.